So it's the week before Christmas, the holiday season is upon us, and you may want to buy yourself a little something for the holidays. Today we're going to be talking about 10 affordable micro brand watches that are under $500, some of them under $300, and all of them are awesome. These are pretty obscure brands. I'm going to go through each one. So let's start with my number one pick. The first watch on this list is one of the cheaper watches on this list. It comes in at $235. It's an automatic everyday watch by a brand called Vestel. You're getting 100 meters of water resistance, an automatic movement inside that hacks and hand winds. It's a Miyota 8000 series. These come in a couple of different colors. All of them get really nice textured, grainy dials. And these are very, very grainy. And as you guys know, I love a grainy dial. You're also getting a sapphire crystal and an American Horween strap on these. So you're getting a very nice package for only $235. So if you want something a little bit different, definitely check out Vestel. If you're in the market for a capable, colorful chronograph that's very affordable, definitely check out the Canadian brand Wayforth. They make a watch that is essentially a tool watch. So you're getting an inner rotating bezel. It's a chronograph. It's powered by a VK64. So it's a mecha quartz movement. You're getting 100 meters of water resistance and a sapphire crystal. Lots of functionality for under $300, coming in at $290 on their website right now. Definitely check them out if you're in the market for a fun, affordable chronograph, or if you just want something that you didn't get for Christmas, check them out. Speaking of affordable chronographs, for a little bit more money, you can get a DeMarco chronograph coming in at $330. You're getting a full set of straps for that price. So you're getting a bracelet with on-the-fly micro adjust. You're getting a strap that is made out of rubber and a strap that's made out of leather. You're also getting sapphire crystal, another VK64 mecha quartz movement inside, and 100 meters of water resistance, and 120 click bezel as well. There is a lot going into this watch for not a lot of money. $330 gets you a lot of watch. One of the coolest chronographs ever made is the Abercrombie & Fitch Seafarer, and it's a very special watch that was sold by Jack Heuer. It was actually designed by Jack Heuer and one of his professors. It was sold exclusively at Abercrombie & Fitch here in New York City, which is also pretty cool, I think. The whole story behind it, very, very interesting. Now, if you've never heard of Nezumi, they have a watch called the Tonnerre, which takes a lot of inspiration from that Seafarer. From the dial, at least, I would say. The case is a little bit different, but from that dial, you're getting all those colors, and it does look like a tide indicator because that original Seafarer was a tide indicator. These are chronographs, again, powered by the Seiko VK63 this time, so yet another mecha quartz movement. However, this one gets a sapphire crystal, and it is assembled in Germany. This is just a really good-looking chronograph. It's a little bit more expensive than the other watches that we've talked about in this video, coming in at around $359. So if you like the look, that's really what you're paying for here. The functionality is good. I believe it only gets 50 meters of water resistance, and it does come in at 38 millimeters, so it's one of the smaller chronographs on this list. So if you're a fan of Rolex GMTs and you really would love to own a vintage Rolex GMT, but you don't want to spend all of that money, and if you're okay with an homage watch, and I am okay with homage watches when it comes to watches that no longer exist, just like the watch we're talking about right now, a vintage Rolex GMT. There is one brand that you need to take a look at, IXDAO. I'm not going to even try and pronounce the name. And they make a really high quality homage to a vintage Rolex GMT Master. This is made out of 904L stainless steel. It gets a sapphire crystal, a sapphire bezel, a little bit different from what you would normally get, an NH34 powering it, and 100 meters of water resistance. You get all of this on a Jubilee style bracelet, and of course it looks like a vintage Rolex. It looks like a really expensive watch, but it really isn't. It comes in at $339, which is a very good price for a lot of watch. Speaking of a lot of watch, you cannot make a list like this without including Erebus. Erebus was a brand that I really never had hands-on with until recently. I met Jody from Just One More Watch. I've always been a fan of his. at the Wind Up Watch Fair here in New York City. I got to see all of his watches, and now I have a few of those watches in for review. The watch that I'm putting on this list, I actually don't have in for review. It is their Origin 41. They make one that's a little bit smaller as well. I really like the 41 millimeter size. It's their dive watch. They come in at well under $400. And of course, it's Jody from Just One More Watch. So that means you're getting incredible specs for the money. The watch costs $349. You're getting a sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel, lots of lume, an NH35, 200 meters of water resistance. You're getting a milled clasp with micro adjust. And of course, they put grainy dials on their dive watches. I love a grainy dial. You'll hear me say that many times throughout videos like this, but they put a really nice dial on these watches. Their GMTs get the same dials. Those are just slightly more money than their dive watches. Really great watches, very, very affordable, and of course, really well made. The next two watches are from the same brand. One is more expensive than the other. One I have featured on my channel in the past. One I will be featuring here very, very soon. They're both from Monroe. One is the Adventure. That is a very affordable watch. It gets a Seiko NH34. You're getting two rotating bezels, like I was saying. One is ceramic. That's the outer bezel, and you get an inner rotating bezel. That is the world time function. So you're getting a world time bezel on here as well. That outer ceramic bezel is a 24-hour bezel. You get a sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance. It comes with two straps, and that is a package of only $353. That is an incredible package for a watch that does a lot. It's a real tool watch with 100 meters of water resistance. Basically, you could do anything with this watch, and it's a world timer, and it's a GMT. You really can do anything with these watches. Their newest watch is called the Ocean Adventure. This is a little bit more expensive. It's just under $450, so $443. So this is the most expensive watch on this list, but this is a beautiful dive watch. This is a beautiful dive watch. It comes on a bracelet with micro adjust, of course. You're getting 200 meters of water resistance. They're also making this in bronze, which is a little bit more expensive on top, but the dials that they're offering here are really great. Just a really nicely made watch, a very good looking watch from a British brand. The next brand on this list is another brand that I've featured here on my channel. It's Martin Design. They made a watch that was extremely affordable when it was a Kickstarter. I think it was around $280, somewhere in that range. An automatic regulator that looked like a Louis Erard. If you're not familiar with Louis Erards, they make a lot of different regulators. This got a grainy dial, the one that I had in for review, an automatic movement, a really interesting cracked leather strap. Very, very affordable with a sapphire crystal and just an overall interesting looking dial for the price of around $280. Now they're charging around $379. Yes, that is not as good as it was before when it was under $300, but it's still a pretty good price for what you're getting. The style, design of these watches are really good for that price. If you could have gotten it for that sub $300 price, yes, that would have been better, but these are still really good looking watches. You're getting a Miyota 8000 series inside. Pretty cool watches for not a lot of money. And the last brand on this list is a brand called Revelot. I don't see a lot of people talking about these watches, but there's an NH35 inside. 200 meters of water resistance, a ceramic bezel. They come on a bracelet for around $300. These get a textured dial and a ceramic bezel with 200 meters of water resistance for only $300. At that price, you're not getting on the fly micro adjust. However, if you want to spend just a little bit more, it's only like $30 or $40 more. You can get on the fly micro adjust as well for well under $400. Really great looking watches as well. These are in 39 millimeters, the one that I have in for review. And I think that the red dial, the red maroon color, is probably the best out of the lot. This is very, very cool for the price. Definitely check them out for a watch around $300. You really can't go wrong. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below about the list that I put together here today. These are all very affordable micro brands that I think don't get a lot of attention. If there are other brands out there that you know about that don't get a lot of attention, that are in this $300 to $500 price range, add a comment down below. I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you think of this list. What watch should come off? Which watch brand should come off? And which watch brands do you think should be on a list like this? Tell me down in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, thank you for logging on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me today. I will catch you guys in the next video.